name is Adrienne. I'm here to partake in the 1,000 door readathon that starts today, Thursday at 7 p.m. my time. I have 15 minutes left and I'm so excited to get my first prompt. I've never participated in this before. I love Emma from Drinking by My Shelf, so I just have to do it this time. I'm currently about a third of the way through Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid and I'm loving it, but I guess that doesn't matter this weekend. I'll link the readathon below, but basically it's a choose your own adventure type deal. At 7 p.m. the prompts will go live on YouTube, 3 different videos. I'll watch Emma's video and get a prompt for my first read, and then after I finish, there'll be a question asking something about the book, like what did I rate it? Did I like the main character or something like that? I'll click a video link to that answer and get my next prompt. And the readathon will end Sunday at 7 p.m. so I'll have 3 days to complete the readathon challenges. I do have to work tomorrow, but then my weekend is pretty open. I am going to my boyfriend's house today. As soon as I'm able to pick my book, I'm gonna head over there, and he has work to get done, so I'll just be reading until this evening.
The doors are open! The 1,000 Doors Readathon is officially underway. The first prompt is going to be owl. The word owl. All of our prompts are deliberately left super open for you to interpret them however you want. So you might want to read a book with the word owl in the title, with an owl on the cover. Maybe you want to read a book about wisdom. You can really decide however you want to use this. What am I gonna read for this?
Owl? I don't know. Okay, let's just go check the shelves. Okay, I did end up coming up with multiple ideas. Howl's Moving Castle has the word owl in it, or I found multiple books that have the letters O-W-L to spell owl. If it were about becoming wiser, a nonfiction, or when you're becoming wise, you might have to take a test. I don't really want to read any of those right now, so I thought it would be wise of me to finish the book that I'm currently reading. And Emma said we can, you know, stretch our imagination for what the prompt means, and the fact that you can DNF books and it still count means you don't have to read an entire book for it to count as you getting through a door. So I'm gonna finish reading Malibu Rising. I'm currently on page 142 out of 369, so less than halfway through, and that's still a lot of pages that need to be read. So I'm doing it, I've committed, and I'm actually very excited to read it because I have really been enjoying it so far, and Taylor Jenkins Reid is one of my favorite authors. Hello. It's now Friday after work. I watched the Readathon live show today while I was doing payroll, and it was a great time. I wanted to vlog from my office earlier, but I got scared. I wanted to show you that I have a beautiful jade tree, but my office is ugly and bland and there's no decor except for a wall calendar and a daily art calendar. So that's embarrassing because I've been there for 5 years. I am now on page 274 of Malibu Rising, and it's really good. Oh, I haven't even told you what the book is about. This book follows 4 siblings who are the children of a famous singer in the 80s. They're all adults now, and it's the day of their annual big party where everyone who's anyone is there. And then we're also flashing back to the 50s when the 4 siblings' parents first met through their marriage and having children, the children growing up, everything that they went through, and the bond that the siblings share, which is just beautiful. And I am one of 4 siblings, so I really am enjoying the foursome. Now, this book is really good so far. I'm enjoying it, but it's definitely not like her other books where you're just deep into a character and know and love them. This one, I mean, already follows 4 siblings plus the flashbacks of the rest of the family, but we have dipped into so many different characters, like people at the party, people that the siblings are with, their parents, just so many different characters. I love how it's written. We'll meet a character and get one page on them, like the guy who works at the restaurant, Ricky. You'll just get one page of information, but it's like soul bearing. You know exactly who this person is. Just this short glimpse into either like traits and attributes that they have that make you really feel deeply connected to them, or just like one story that really shows you a big chunk of who they are as a person. I have been loving that. So there've been a ton of characters that we dipped into, but I specifically remembered Ricky because the first 2 lines of his were so funny. Ricky Esposito knew only 2 ways to woo a woman. One was reciting Shakespearean sonnets and the other was doing a magic trick. That's so precious. I'm loving it. Right now I'm actually about to go get a haircut. I'm a little early for my appointment, so I'm just gonna sit here and read, but here's the before. If you watch my vlogs normally, you'll know on Fridays I rarely brush my hair before I go to work. So I know it's gross. Is it too dark? Okay, haircut complete. She didn't wash it, it's just my styling from earlier. Hi. It's Saturday at almost 5 p.m. now. I've made a lot of mistakes today for someone in a readathon. I went to a bunch of stores. I mean, I had a great time today, but I'm in a readathon with 26 hours left to complete, and I'm on book 1. So yeah, I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday, but I just got here. I'm gonna read, I'm gonna finish this book, then I'm allowed to shower and think about dinner and stuff like that. But right now, I have to finish this book right now. Finished Malibu Rising. It's so good. I know a lot of people were disappointed by the book, but I love it. I mean, Taylor Jenkins Reid ability to make me love a character within 1 page. I don't even know what to say about it. It's beautiful. I feel like it is a little less than a 5, but like close enough to a 5 that it's a 5-star book. Nina, the oldest of the 4 siblings, has my soul. She's so relatable, a fellow human doormat, and it was just beautiful to see her growth. I feel like everyone would relate to one of the siblings. It was so beautiful. I loved it. Now, I finally get to find out what the next prompt is. So, I know the question is going to be, what did you rate the book? And my answer is 4 to 5 stars.
Now, click on your answer to go through the next door and receive your next. Welcome back! You got me again, and I am so glad that you so enjoyed your last book. That is great news. So, this is the one. Here you go. This is a picture of a tree with a very subtle face you can see on the trunk. It is smiling. It also has an anchor tattoo sort of on its shoulder. It's what it looks like. One of the branches looks like an arm, and that's where the anchor tattoo is.
That picture, so cute. I would hang it on my wall. I need to read a small book because I have 24 hours left and I'll have to read 2 more books for the readathon. So I guess I'll just look through my really small books and see which ones kind of go with that photo in any sort of way. Why did I pick such a labor-intensive meal to make? But I just taste tested it and it's delicious. I really earned this plaque that I bought for myself. The other day I did grocery pickup and I had 3 apples in my cart and I said, that's way too many apples, you'll never eat that many. So I reduced the amount to 2 apples, and guess what? They gave me 7 apples. I actually brought 1 apple to work and somebody else ate it. I haven't eaten a single apple and I have 6 more apples. Now let me show you the entire reason I made this. Just so I could grate this Parmesan on top. Okay, I think I know what book I'm gonna read. So, on my wall, I have this lovely foursome that I put up here. And this fellow has an anchor tattoo on his cheek. So I figured he has blessed the messy book cart underneath, and I should just pick a book that is under the anchor tattoo fellow. And the only short one on here is The Ballad of Black Tom by Victor Lavelle. I have no idea what it's about, but it's little. Good morning. It is 8:30 a.m. and I've been awake for a little bit, just reading. I'm on page 60 of The Ballad of Black Tom. This is a retelling of a story by H.P. Lovecraft, and the dedication in the beginning from Victor Lavelle says, For H.P. Lovecraft with all my conflicted feelings. H.P. Lovecraft was a very racist man, but this book is taking one of those stories and redoing it. So this follows our main character, Tommy Tester, who is a black man in 1920s Harlem. He is taking care of his father and he wants to make money, so he plays his guitar on the street, and this white man comes up to him and asks him to play at a party, and he'll give him $500. In the 1920s, $500 could take care of him and his dad for well over a year. So he says yes. He goes to the man's house, and it is very odd. There's definitely some magical stuff going on. The man is just with him in this room that's kind of like untethered from time and space. And like when they look out the window, they can see that they're going other places. I don't know. It's really weird, but I'm very intrigued. I love the writing. And I'm on page 60, so I'm gonna read a little bit more and then get up and make some food. I finished the book. Oh my. It was wild. I don't even know what to say about it. I'm definitely missing a lot of context or references. Like, what is the Supreme Alphabet? I have no earthly idea, but it was wild. There's magic and mayhem and gore galore. On to the next prompt. I have a lot of research I would like to do on that book because there's a lot that I don't understand, but I'll have to save that for later. Let's see what the next prompt is.
So I have one more question to ask you. That last book that you just read, was the ending satisfying?
The ending was so satisfying, actually.
Welcome to your third door, your prompt for book 3. Not only was the ending to your last book satisfying, but you seem to pretty much have enjoyed every book you've read so far, which we love to see. I'm so happy for you. So your prompt is...
I've connected the two dots.
You didn't connect shit, but...
I've connected them.
So... From this, the first thing that comes to mind for me is a mystery or a thriller book, something where you're trying to figure out something and connect the dots.
I think I already know. I feel like this book I'm thinking of has a cover with lines on it. Less than 300 pages, but that's still a lot. Wait, maybe not that book. Okay, I am gonna do the Chalk Man. It's a thriller, so connecting the dots. 280 pages, which is probably way too long, but I just downloaded the audiobook from the library. Time to set off for lunch because I'm starving. Okay, the book starts off with a girl's body is chopped up in the woods, and someone is picking up her head and putting it in a bag. So, intriguing to start.
Suddenly envisioning the whole day being wasted traipsing around with Nikki while she handed out her leaflets. She gave me a look. It reminded me a bit of my mum.
Yeah, I only made it to page 21, but I'm gonna listen to the audiobook on the drive home. So far, it's good. Present day is 2016. The main character is a 40-year-old man. And then we're flashing back to the late 80s, him and his little gang of friends. And there's nothing like trying to shovel in a chicken sandwich, and the characters are at an amusement park and one of the rides malfunctions and slices half of a girl's face off. And also massacres her leg, and there's blood everywhere. And I'm just like trying to eat my sandwich, so. But I don't really know what this book is about besides the gang of kids in the 80s. They start communicating with each other by leaving chalk marks around town. And then at some point, I think murders start happening and their chalk figures are left by the bodies or something like that. So, I don't know. It's a thriller, so that's enough for me to be intrigued enough to read it. It's 3:40, so better get moving. Now it's rainy and I'm getting sleepy. The book's still really good. I've been listening to the audiobook while I fold laundry. So now I'm gonna make some tea, and I just got a well-timed package of my favorite Harney & Sons tea because I ran out on Thursday and I've been living without it. Paris by Harney & Sons. The best flavored black tea I've ever tasted. I'm on page 119. It's 547. There's 280 pages. Can I read that quickly? I don't know. But the book is good so far. It's very dark. Darker than I imagined it would be. Darker than I comfortably enjoy. But it is good, even though it's giving me the heebie-jeebies. I'll be okay. So, readathon almost over. I'm now on page 160 of the Chalk Man, and there's only 17 minutes left of the readathon to read 90 pages, so I'm not gonna make it. But I'm loving this book. I'm gonna keep reading it. It's so good. It's so intriguing. There's so many things going on. There's a lot of death and abuse and bad things happening that I just want to know, like, what the heck is going on with these people? But it's fascinating. But as a little wrap up of this readathon, I read Malibu Rising, 5 stars. The Ballad of Black Tom, I think 4 stars. It was really good, just some stuff I wasn't able to follow or comprehend, which I think is user error. And then The Chalk Man, which I don't know what I rated it yet, but I feel like it might be 5 stars, depending on the ending. So those are my books. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to Emma and Megan and Tasman for hosting such a cool readathon and doing all these fun prompts. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.